Vice President General Chiwenga woita fireworks ku ZanuPF conference apo as VP Chiwenga attack Mnangagwa remind him of how he removed Mugabe in 2017 coup. Kusangana kwatinoita pano pamagaba news panokwigira news dzinenge dzichitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe tichitikana pane vatsva mukana wekubaya subscribe button nekutena notification bell so that patinoposta any news and update you'll be the first one kusangana nenews dzatinenge taisa pano pamagaba news. Zuva ranhasi tava takabata nauya VP Chiwenga. VP Chiwenga vouya nehasha mushure mekunge vari kunzwa mashoko ari kubuda kumasupporters avo, kumasupporters vari kupusha kuti vaMnangagwa vasvike 2030, and also pachibudawo mashoko ekuti vane space diki diki muZanuPF yekuti vakangoita any move vanogwanisa kudzingwa basa kuva vice president webato reZanuPF pamwe chete kuva vice president wenyika yeZimbabwe. So VP Chiwenga vonzwa mutare uko vogara vapa warning kuna vaMnangagwa achiti munoziya mabhisiro andakaita the late Robert Mugabe ndiwo mabhisiro zvakare andinokwanisa kana kukuitai and hamuna simba rekuti mukwanise kupusha 2030 agenda yenyu. So toziviswa zvichinyorwa pakasiyana siyana pachitaurika pamusoro penhau yeZanuPF conference sezvo iri kuitwa zuva ranhasi kusvika musi wa18 October 2025 inova iri conference yakonzeresa nyonganyonga munyika yeZimbabwe sezvo vazhinji vari kutarisa kuti zvichange zvakamira sei kuconference iyi sezvo ndiko kuri kutarisirwa kunzi kuchange kuchipushwa 2030 agenda kana kuti vaMnangagwa vaextend term kusvika ivo pavanoda. So according to news uri kuziviswa zvichinzi as a ZanuPF annual conference commences today in Mutare, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has launched a sting attack on President Emerson Mnangagwa, accusing him of fostering a pre-2017 environment ripe for another coup. Chiwenga alleged that Mnangagwa is colluding with corrupt individuals who have been bankrolling a controversial campaign to extend his rule beyond the constitutional limit of 2 terms, a push for a 2030 agenda or even a 2035 agenda. So ndo zviri kutaurika vazhinji pari kutaurika nawe kuti ukuwo kuruda kuenda unopushwa 2030 agenda kana kusvika 2035. In a bombshell a document present to the ZanuPF Presidentium and Politburo on September 17, 2025 and seen by the news crew, Chiwenga push no punches. He wrote, "Today history is repeatedly itself in the most shameful way, Comrade President. Why we find ourselves in this situation is both shocking and shameful." Chiwenga's central accusation is that Mnangagwa, despite publicly proclaiming his commitment to constitutionalize its secret support the so-called 2030 agenda to prolong his presidency, mirroring the circumstance that led to the ousting of the late former president Robert Mugabe in November 2017. Furthermore, Chiwenga claims that this agenda is being fueled by corruption and the looting of state resources. Moreover, the drivers of this so-called 2030 agenda have now made corruption, looting of our state coffers and bribe of our structures the cornerstone of their contribution to this campaign, and this is now destroying our party and violating our constitution, his asset. So muri Zimbabwe pari kutaurika nawe kuti avo vari kupusha vision 2030 vari kuramba vachitonyora, vari kuramba vachibudisa mari kuti vakwanise kupushirwa vision 2030. The vice president expressed dismay at the behavior of some party members and government officials, stating, "We are witness in shock as some of our officials in the party and government have now become a law unto themselves and are even announcing to other people at gathering that we are no longer holding election in 2028. These are critical announcements on matter that we as never discussed, nor did we pass a resolution at the last 2028 Congress. Chiwenga alleged that 2030 agenda is being funded by non-criminals who have brazenly looted our state of coffers with impunity and are now using these resources. Those capture and control of our party is unprecedented and deeply worrying. So muri Zimbabwe pari kutaurika nawo yekuti vanhu vari kupusha vision 2030 ava vari kufamba vachitaura vachiti hapana maelection by 2028. Zvinova zviri kudomwa naVP Chiwenga kuti takapedzera kuita Congress 2022 hameno mashoko avari kutaura kuti ari kubva kupi. In a significant administration, Chiwenga, who was the Zimbabwean Defense Force commander during the 2017 intervention, acknowledged that the military action constituted a coup. In his confident document, Chiwenga State Commander President in November 2017, he took a bold and necessary step to remove former President Robert Mugabe from power. He outlined the reason for the military intervention, stating that Mugabe sought to manipulate our constitution for personal gain, allow certain individual and family to seize his executive authority, and ignore the suffering of the people while corrupt elite looted with impunity. Turned ZanuPF into a personal feud-on disregarding its founding values. Chiwenga asserted that during the November 2017 event, he and his colleague risked everything over lives, our freedom, our future, to restore and defend our legacy, the party, and the constitution. This administration marks a stark departure from the official narrative that followed the military intervention, which was portrayed as a military asserting transition targeting criminals surrounding Mugabe, not a coup. The late Sibusiso Moyo, one of the commander, even claimed that Mugabe had not been removed and was safe and sound. However, Chiwenga now admits in writing that the army took action to remove Mugabe, which was undeniably a coup. The military intentional position was widely contradicted by some media organizations, including Zimbabwe Independence and The Standard, which reported on the event without fear or favor. On November 14 or 15, 2017, the Zimbabwe Defense Forces deployed tankers and personal armored carriers in Harare, seized the control of the state broadcaster, barricaded Mugabe's office, and placed him under house arrest. The army occupied the street and position around the airport. This action put intense pressure on Mugabe, eventually forcing his resignation on November 21. So muri Zimbabwe ndo zviri kutaurika, ndo mashoko ari kubuda pamusoro pechitiko ichi. So VP Chiwenga ari kuti izvi zvinhu izvi tinogona zvakare kuzviita kuna vaMnangagwa sezvo tisitanga tine simba rakanyanya. So vovimbisa voudza vaMnangagwa paZanuPF conference iyi kuti vagova vari munhu anoteedzera gwara rinenge chidiwa, kwete zvekupusha vision 2030. Pano panonzi paMagaba News, panokuigirai news dzinenge dzichiitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe, tichiti munozviona sei vadiwa vatariri paMagaba News.